Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and if you're listening this to go to bed, good night. Welcome back to the So Smooth Podcast. I'm your host, Maso Smooth, as always, Mason King, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? So today is actually, it's going to be, I hope you guys will enjoy it, but today I'll be talking about being black. And not like, oh, being black in America. That's going to be like a separate topic. But today I want to talk about just being black. Like, just the fun aspects of being black, or African American, or whatever. It's so great to be black. Like, seriously. Um, but of course, we gotta have the verse of the day. This one is John 3:17 in the New King James Version. It says, "For God did not send His Son to the world to condemn the world, but that the world through Him might be saved." I think that scripture is so great, and I'm actually in John right now with one of my friends from church, and it's it's so it's so like just so nice. It's so nice to think that God sent his son for us to save us. Like, he wasn't here to tell us what we was, doing wrong and to condemn us or to send us to hell. He was sent here as a new way to get to God. And I think that's just great. So, yeah, I love it. But on to the topic of the day, being black. Okay, so there's a lot of positives about being black, and to my black people listening, I hope you know the positives to being black. Like, the first off, the community. There is a different level of interaction, like first interaction, compared to other races, compared to black people. So when I walk up to someone of a different race, it's usually like a handshake or like a fist bump. Hey, what's up? I can run into a black guy twice, and by the second time, we are already best friends. Like, it's being able to connect. I don't know what it is, and it's really no shame. It's no, because I don't believe in the whole like superior race thing, and I don't believe in none of that, because at the end of the day, we all bleed red. Like, so I don't really believe there's any superior race. I just think it's so cool how when black people meet each other, it's already a different level of interaction and respect. Like, I know there was kind of like a confusion, like, for some people who don't notice, like, they be like, oh, they so close, do they know each other? Nah, I met him last week. We was at the same store, and I said, bro, I like your shoes, but I ran into him. Like, it was, especially at school. Like, at school, there's not a lot of guys. At least when I was in school, there's not a lot of guys, right? So you walk around and you just keep seeing the guys. You know what I'm saying? You just keep seeing the guys. It was a very small community, so we all kind of like rocked with each other. We all kind of knew each other, so it was easy to what's it called? Gravitate. Yeah, gravitate towards each other. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, back on topic, like outside interaction, like an older black woman, I've had multiple times where they've like looked out for me and just comforted me, acted like a mom to me, a aunt to me, a sister to me, whatever. And it was all because, obviously, you do need a level of manners to get respect from older people. It was just, they just like wrapped me in this ball of love just because I was a young black man. And it's that dedication to your race, regardless if you know them or not, is undefeated. I think it's unmatched in the black community, that we have like a, it's like a, if you know about comics, about the bat signal, like when the bat signal goes up, like everybody's outside. Like the most recent bat signal for all black people was the hat in Montgomery. That was like the most recent bat signal. Like, when he threw the hat up, everybody just came out of nowhere. And so it's like, even if we don't know you, if we see you are in need, more than likely, unless we absolutely can't, we gonna slide for our people every single time. Even when our people is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, when everybody's against them, they're looking to us. They're looking to us to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's great. Just the natural interaction with our community is just so pure. Sometimes we can get on each other's nerves. Sometimes we can be, the most, or we can be just off the chain. But I think most of that is just people. Like, I don't even think that's a race thing. I think that's just people. Like, we just be off the chain sometimes. But yeah, like I said, the interactions inside the race. Second thing is our hair. Nobody can tell me anything about my hair because I know my hair. You know what I'm saying? I don't just get my hair cut from anywhere, and all my homeboys know that. I know one homeboy, he does not get a cut unless it's like absolutely necessary, because it's just like, why get your hair cut by everybody? You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And so, our hair is of value, and our hair has power. Like, hair, kind of like when people get sick, hair reacts off of emotion and physical state anyway. Like, your thoughts have an impact on your hair. If people say, "Oh, my hair is starting to fall out." Okay, well, how is your mental state? How is your emotional state? Because that stuff does matter to your hair. When it relates to Black people, our hair is everything. Like, it's no one can get their hair braided like us. Um, no one can switch it up. Like, we can do so many styles, and we always coming out with new styles, especially for Black women. Like, y'all always got some sort of new braid coming out, and I'm just like, I can't keep up, especially with the prices. But like I'm saying, we have so much diversity in our hair. We have so much power in our hair. Our hair is a symbol of power. For instance, even though sometimes their efforts were a bit extreme, the Black Panthers, like the fro was a part of their image. The fist was a part of their image. The all black was part of their image. But that fro was so influential. Whenever people do cosplay, or not even cosplay, because it was a real thing. Whenever people put on costumes for like Halloween or an event, or if it's like a theme and they put on Black Panther, more than likely they have a huge afro on, because that's how important it was. Our hair is taken for granted sometimes, and sometimes it's misused. Like, I know there's some people out there who got like I don't know the exact term, but like the thing that goes in your hair when you're younger, for people who don't want it, like if parents don't want to deal with it or guardians don't want to deal with it, I think it's called a perm relaxer. I don't, you can correct me, but I'm saying the thing that can sometimes like stunt your hair. People have dealt with that, so people come back from damage, people come back from heat damage, and that's another thing too. We can revive our hair. I don't know if y'all understand how cool that is, but we can literally revive our hair by doing one thing: cutting it. I don't know if, because I don't know much about other cultures' hairstyles, but for us, oh, you want to fix 10, 15, 20 years of damage? Oh, just go bald for a year and you're good. Like, it's it's like a ultimate reset button in our back pocket. Or if you want to go slow, we can trim our hair and we can nurture our hair. We can eat right. We can put different oils in our hair made for us. We can use different, shampoo and conditioner, and deep conditioner. Please deep condition your hair. It's very useful. It's so much we can do other to bring our hair back. Like, I just brought, look, my mom's, I don't even know what it's called because I can't remember it, because I don't read this. Like, if it's like a small label on a bottle, I might read it to make sure I'm buying the right thing, but I'm not going to read it again because I already know what it is. I just see the color and I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. But my mom helped me bring the right corner of my hairline back. My hairline is well, for most people, your hair can be two to three different textures in different places. my right corner of my hairline is really thin. So it looks like it's sometimes it looks like it's receding when it's not. My hair is just thin right there. And my mom put me on this stuff. I don't remember what it was called, but it helped bring my hairline back literally within a month. All I had to do was apply it 3 times a week, and it brought my hair back line. It brought back my hairline in a month. I thought it was done for. I was telling people I'm cutting my locks. I'm going back to the waves. I'm not going bald at 20. Like, you're crazy, right? All I had to do was be patient. I was a bit nervous though, because when I first realized it was thinning, I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. It's over. I'm going bald. And it was a very scary experience because losing your hairline as a man, that's a different level of pain. And it's a different level of inner pain because like you know for a fact it's going away, but sometimes like you can't do nothing about it. So yeah, our hair is powerful. Our hair is a message. Our hair is a symbol. Seriously, value your hair. Learn about your hair. Learn what type of hair you have. Learn what natural products to use. Learn what not to put in your hair. Learn what not to put in your hair. Please learn that. It's very important. You don't always have to wash your hair. You don't have to wash your hair 2 times a week. I mean, whoa, chill out. If you're doing it 2 times a week, you need to stop. You don't have to wash your hair every 2 weeks. You don't. I wash my hair twice a month. And well, to be fair, I do have locks, so I'm trying to like keep the natural oils in there. Um, but then again, you don't need to have locks to have that lifestyle. You can wash your hair 2 times a month because we our hair grows when it's you can't see, but I'm doing air quotes. When it's dirty, our hair grows when it's dirty because it's the natural oil circulating, and it's all that cool crazy stuff, right? Oh my gosh, I just hit my hand. Ow, that hurt. But it's all that cool crazy stuff. Um, yeah. So our hair. Thirdly, would definitely be not. How do I say this? Um, because I don't want to say it like we always have something to prove, but the determination of a black person. Part of it is due to racism and being put down because we do in some instances we do have to go harder than everybody else because we won't be noticed if we don't. So in that part, that is a contributor to it. But what I mean is in the determination of black people is honestly is undefinable because when we commit to something, we are going to stick through it. Like it's kind of like a code to yourself. Like, okay, I said this, I gotta do it. Because growing up, you're usually told like own up to it. Like for real, own up to what you said because it's important. Your word is important. So own up to what you said. It's that determination to achieve what you say you're gonna do and let somebody be hating on you. You gonna do it. You gonna do it 10 times better. Let somebody be hating on you, and you gonna do it 10 times better. It's I've just seen black people just like explode and do so much, like just because they wanted to or because somebody said they couldn't. And it's like an inner. It's not a thing of like wanting to prove ourselves. It's just like I can do this because I said I will. Like we have endurance, we have resilience, we have so much, and it's just I don't know. It's been in us since the beginning. If we being honest, it's been in us since the beginning. Like it's been in us, and it's stuck with us. It's yeah. Um, the determination of a black person is so great. Our jokes, our culture, like I can walk up to like a homeboy, like a black bro, you know what I'm saying, like a black brother, I could walk up to him and I could just have the most unvocabulary, grammatically correct, slang infested, like I can say something that nobody else gonna understand if you're not black, and they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, for sure, dap me up, snap." You know what I'm saying? Cause they know, I have so much lingo with my homeboys. It's crazy. Like we just know what we saying, and I think that's so unique. I don't think because like I said, I don't know much about other cultures, like how they interact with each other when it comes to like casually, like slang or whatever. I just haven't seen it anywhere else where black people can understand 3 words and it means like 7 different things in those 3 words. Like type, no, like type is un you type means like 5, 6 different things. Like, oh yeah, type. Like somebody could walk up, like, okay, perfect example. Somebody could walk up to you, like my homeboy could walk up to me, and he'd be like, "Oh, bro, yeah, like how you feeling about like I feel like that was a good game. Oh yeah, type, like type, right? It could be something like this happened when I was in school, but when it came to girls, like bro, she tripping, type, and it's like that type it changes everything. Or like even with our bailout words, like i saw uh I saw a video on TikTok the other day of this dude named Joshua O'Neal. He's hilarious, but he was talking about when dudes be acting nonchalant when they girl come over, and he kept saying, what you say, like he kept saying like them bailout words. We try and get you to repeat what you said so we make sure we know what you said. But I know what you said the first time. And so it's like our bailout words are so great. Like my favorite one, I be trying to tell everybody hit it. What you mean? Like what you mean is the perfect way for them to keep talking and get a better understanding of what they talking about. You know what they're talking about. We all know what they're talking about. But if you hit a what you mean? Like what you mean by that? Like it just our bailout words are so great because it's not disrespectful, but it's just like it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked, and just our conversations, our slang, we always coming up with a new joke. It's it's great being black. Seriously, um, this one kind of goes back to the community aspect, but more on the side of values of hierarchy. Um, if you have a mom, if you have a grandma, if you have an older lady in your life, if you have, whatever, the women are valued heavily in black culture and African culture. We're valued heavily. Heavily. We love our women. I own a lot of clothes and paraphernalia of just showing support and love to black women. Like I have a shirt that says "Black women are superheroes." I have a hat that says "Black women are beautiful." I have a shirt that say "Black women matter." Um I have a lot of stuff. I have something else that I just can't remember right now. But I have a women rights shirt. Well, actually, that was more general, but that was from my boy Phil. Y'all go check out uh, Constantly Evolving on Instagram. But that was more like a general shirt, but it was Women's Lives Matter. But yeah, like it's the women in the black community are valued heavily, and it's due to the fact that they are the nurturers of everybody. You know for a fact, like for instance, at my church, uh, the women are like the ringleaders. Like they set up the events, they cater the food, they bring the children, they watch the children, uh they're ushers, they're worship leaders, they're it's like y'all are doing so much. And the biggest thing I can respect about the women in my life and the women around me is that they don't look for anything back. And that is hard to find. You're trying to tell me you gonna do X, Y, and Z for me, and you don't want anything from me? That makes me want to do something for you. Like it's just the humbleness of a true black woman is they'll go to bat for anybody, and they don't look for anything. And so, if you have an older woman in your life, or a sister, or a little sister, or whatever, you know for a fact something in you is like, if anything ever go wrong in their life, I'm on the way immediately. I don't care where I'm at. And it's because we value the women so much. And when it comes to a hierarchy, don't let it be somebody grandma. Oh, let my grandma call me, hey Mason, I need, oh, when? Now? Okay, I'm on the way. Simple. Simple. The women in the black community are respected and valued so highly. And we love our women. Shout out to all my women, man. I love my women. Um it's important. It's important to value the ones that not only brought you into the world, you know what I'm saying, but continue to take care of you even when you're not their child. So that's important to remember. And then on the other side with the fathers, like, don't get me wrong, some older black guys, they be a little hard. They be a little rough on the younger generation. Oh, y'all need to be doing this. When I was bro, stop. Please. I don't want to do what you did. Just show me how to be a man. Like, I don't need to do what you did. Just show me how to be a man. Yeah, that stuff is important. Seriously, that stuff is important, just to learn, just to grow, and to be a part of something. It's important. Um, and just when it comes to, like, respect, like, the one thing I have noticed is people like to make jokes about, Caucasian people, and how they use first names, right? How, like, if it's like you bring one of your white friends over and you say, "Oh, this is my mom, you know, Tanya or whatever," and they're like, "Oh, hey, Tanya," and it's not like a miss. Like, that's one thing that's just like engraved into my head. Literally, it's just engraved into my head. Is even when I became an adult, I still said Miss and Mister. Like, my last job I worked at, I tried so hard not to throw that Mister and Miss in front of it, but I just couldn't. Like, I couldn't. I couldn't. It's something in me where it's like, if you was here before me, you are a Mister or a Miss to me, regardless. Like, if we reach that point where we just crazy tight, and we hang out all the time, I might use less of that, or come up with like a nickname for you, but still show respect for you. But that's just how we roll. Like, yes ma'am, yes sir. It's just how we roll. It's not even a thing of like, oh, I'm reminded of my parents or my guardian who took care of me. No, I'm showing respect for you because you're an older person. It's just how it is. And I don't think that a lot of people realize that. Like, even to the point of, people they call, thugs, or hood rats, or hood dudes, whatever. Like, some hood dudes be crazy respectful, like insanely respectful. They could have three guns in the back seat and a 3-5, but let somebody say, "Oh, baby, come here." Yes, ma'am. Like, that's just how. Like, it's just in us. It's in us to respect older people, even if it's by like 5 years. Like, we gonna respect older people regardless. So I just think that's just so cool, so important, because it means something that everybody can be respectful at the same time. Um, I just think that's just so great. And then lastly, honestly, I want to say, like, the ability to not be silenced. Like, it's hard to keep a black person down. It's hard. It's hard. Even, I mean, it's hard. If we feel passionately about something, we gonna go hard for it every time. And you can call it. I mean, some people mistake it for arguing. Some people mistake it for lashing out. But you're not going to get excited about something. You're not gonna get upset about something if it doesn't mean something to you. And so when you see somebody going hard for something, especially if it's like an organization or an event, if you see somebody going hard for something, they're not mad at you. They mad at the fact that their image, their dream, their vision is not going the way it was supposed to go. They're not mad at you. And so when you over there like, bro, chill, chill, chill. No, don't chill. Don't chill because they care about this. It's hard to keep a black person down when we care about something. It's hard. And that's that sometimes can be a great thing. Sometimes it can be bad, but it's a great thing because we're gonna go to bat about everything. Like literally. We're gonna go to bat about everything. You and I'm not talking about no little petty, arrogant argument like, oh, you can't tell me what's right. No, I'm talking about when it's a real thing and it means something and you want it to be right because you want to do it correctly. Do not try to silence your friends. Be there for them. I mean, obviously, if they yelling, be like, yo, chill out. But I'm saying, don't try to shut down their passion. Be there for them and be like a helping hand. You know, if they lashing out, they start hitting people, okay, you might have to step in. But I'm saying if somebody's getting aggravated, if somebody's getting into it and real, like just be there for them. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to be passionate about something they believe in. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Like I said, I hope y'all liked this episode. I liked it. It was an interesting topic because I love being black, but on top of that, we are a special community, and it's like every community we're unique, like every race we're unique, and we have our own things. And honestly, I'm happy to be black. You know what I'm saying? If I was born something different, then okay, that's what God intended. But I'm happy that God let me be black because I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, great night, whatever the case may be, and I'll see you guys later.